watch daily videos, and ace your GRE preparation. Don't forget to click on the bell icon and subscribe to the channel.
Hey guys, hi everyone. This is Aishwarya once again and welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Okay, I hope you guys are watching these videos and enjoying. If you like the video, you can actually click the like button and there is a bell icon there. If you click the bell icon, then you would receive daily notifications of all of these videos that I'm doing. Do share it with your friends also. So people who have been very continuous and you know that your friends also are looking for some of these videos and they are also preparing for these exams. So feel free to share with all of your friends. And let's begin with today's video. But before beginning, I just wanted to give you an update that we have started with every Monday and Friday lectures, which are online live lectures which happen every Monday and Friday. So Monday 8 to 9 p.m. is your GRE quants, and Friday 8 to 9 p.m. is your GRE verbal ability. Lot of students aiming for fall 2021, going abroad in fall 2021, have already started preparation for these things. So there is a link given below. You can check that link out and you can use the coupon code GREKING50 and you can avail some discount as well. For people who are planning up their application, so these students study Monday and Friday, and on Saturday they meet me for a session in which I help them with their applications. Like how are they going to build the profile, what are the profile building courses that they want to do, and how do they write a letter of recommendation, statement of purpose, how do they shortlist a university, everything. So the students who are enrolled, I help them on every Saturday. So it's Monday, Friday and Saturday. Your commitment is required and I'll be able to help you out. People who are looking to enhance their profile, they can also check out the link in the description. That's the link for the Engage 7x Academy. So if you can devote 15 days every day 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Okay, so you can avail 5 certifications, which is leadership and strategy, blockchain, data analytics, digital marketing and strategic brand marketing, and you would get access to live presentations and practical applications of whatever you would be learning. So that's going to be really good on your profile, and when we train you for interviews, so it's going to be a good point in which you can talk about how you were into teams and how you learned about data analytics, what all quizzes you did, and how you have done a lot of preparation in order to build your profile. So that is something that I wanted to tell you. Now let's begin with today's video. So what I'm going to talk about today is studying abroad and applying and choosing the right program. So if you are considering to study abroad, how do you apply and how do you choose the right program first of all? Because a lot of students who have come to me, so I have been mentoring students from past 3.5 years for their GRE preparation. So I take verbal ability lectures. So how do you improve your scores? What is the gap that you're facing if you're not able to improve your scores? How do you write your statement of purpose, letter of recommendation? How do you shortlist university? How do you in fact aim for scholarships? So I've been helping students for all of these things, and one thing that they come and tell me is, majority of them, that which program to choose. Because when you are planning to go abroad and choosing a program, there are number of universities, like numerous universities, maybe US, Canada, Australia, UK, wherever you are planning to go, and there are a lot of programs. So people who are interested in if you have done an undergrad in engineering for that matter, and you have done engineering in com science, so you could also do something MS in com science, or you could go for MS in robotics, or you could go for MS in artificial intelligence, data analytics, business analytics, or there are majority of the students find it very confusing that what should I choose. I did my majors here. It's not 100%. It's, they don't look for that if you have done for your undergrad in your com science, so you also have to do your MS in com science. And moreover, it's your post grad education, so there would be a specific subject in which you would be interested into, and you would want to actually do your post grad into that particular subject. For people who are non-engineers, again you have a lot of options. Some of them would want to get into MIM, or you want to get your post grad into economics, okay, or you want to get your post grad into political science, or if you want to get your post grad into accounting, finance, whatever it is. Okay, so there are a lot of options that are available, so it is very important that you decide how you are going to apply to a particular program, and more importantly which university to choose, which college to choose, and what are the things that you have to keep in mind while you are selecting all of this. Okay, so now let's begin. Three things to keep in mind while you are shortlisting universities. Okay, one is the country, second is the college, and third is the course. Okay, now if you are confused between whether you should go to US or Canada or UK or wherever else you want to go, what you can do is you can jot down at least two to three, like US, UK, Canada. If you are like super confused, I don't know, US, these are my universities which I'm aiming, UK, these are the another universities which I'm aiming, and I'm aiming some of the universities in Canada. What you can do is you can keep your options open, okay, and select universities in each country that you want to go, okay, and choose which program you want to do in a particular university. Now one university is going to have hundreds of programs and all for graduate studies, and you would get confused that universities are giving you something in business analytics and then data analytics and then marketing analytics. So what you should actually choose. Okay, so country, college, and course, these are the three things that you have to decide. Which country I have to go, okay, which college I have to choose in that particular university, and in that particular college which course I have to choose. Okay, so this is the first step while you are planning to shortlist universities and choosing a program. Okay, moving ahead to the next step is your specialization. So what specialization you are going to choose depends upon your research on the industry insights also. Like, what are the industry insights, what are the job prospects, because you're completely going to a different country. It is very good to do something like, which you like, but at the same time you should also have a knowledge of what are the industry insights, what kind of jobs people are offering to people who have done masters in a particular field, and at the same time what's the average salary. Okay, so what's the average salary given to these roles. So you choose a program because you are at a very young age, you want to do business analytics, data analytics, com science, robotics, you choose it. Okay, but at the same time you also should understand that when you go there, and once you are an MS in business analytics or MS in com science, MS in IT, or an MIS, or for that matter an MBA or MIM, what roles are companies offering if you have done your post graduation in these areas. Okay, so those roles are very important, which students don't think early. Okay, so it is very important that you decide while choosing your university that if you are going to do a particular course, what are the roles that you are going to get once you are done with your post graduation. Okay, and what's the average salary that's there. And sometimes, primarily in the US and other parts of the world also, it happens that a particular area is devoted to these kind of jobs. Okay, like for example US, if you talk about East Coast and West Coast, so East Coast will have a lot of openings for a particular kind of roles, and West Coast will have openings for another kind of roles. So it is important that you choose your college in these areas also, and this is where we come into picture, wherein I can actually help you out to shortlist that what you are interested into, and which part of the world you should actually plan depending upon the industry insights, job prospects, and average salary. Okay, moving to the next point, which is very important in choosing and applying the correct program, is your connection with college alumni via LinkedIn or any other sources. So if you go on LinkedIn, if you search what are the alumni from a particular college that you are actually wanting to apply to, and at the same time if these what courses these alumni have done. So for example, if you want to get into maybe say MBA in entrepreneurship, okay, and if you're choosing a particular university, so you can go to LinkedIn and you can see all the alumni of that particular university and check with them, get connected with them, saying that dropping a message saying that okay, hi, I'm aiming for I'm planning my MS in or MBA in entrepreneurship from so and so college, and what was your experience, what are you doing now. So networking is something that that you have to start very early on while you decide your college, and those are the people, the alumni are the people who are going to actually give you clear sense of how the picture would be. Okay, so people connect once they get admitted to the college, but it's a very good practice that you connect before to the students and alumni of the college or the program that you actually want to go to. Okay, so in that way you're going to get a very clear picture of how and what program you should apply for. Okay, moving ahead to the next point, which is your accreditation of the college. Okay, so when I talk about accreditation of the college, so there are accreditation in the terms of AACSB or EQIS. So you also have to look for why and how these universities are accredited. Okay, so that's a very important factor when you are applying to universities in US, UK, Canada, or abroad. So the university has to be accredited. So when you go to the website, just check for the accreditations. Okay, so I told you, gave you some examples, that EQUIS, EQUIS, and AACSB, and a lot of other accreditation is also important. That's an affiliation that, this university is recognized, and that's a very good factor also, because those universities, when you're looking ahead for your job prospects also, so that is also something which is considered. Okay, moving ahead to the next point is your course fees, ROI, and placements. Okay, course fees ranges, like, it's not that you have to spend a lot of money to pursue a course abroad if you're actually planning abroad. So that is where your research comes into picture. That is where you have to start applying early, and not applying early is one part, but actually start prepare to apply early. Okay, preparing to apply early means sorting out your shortlisting your university, sorting out your letter of recommendation, statement of purpose, because the earlier you start your research, you would know that, okay, so this is my budget, this is what my parents are willing to spend, so X amount I cannot overdo and go to a university or a particular college which is charging me a bomb, and that is something that my family cannot afford. Okay, so there are a lot of colleges who have you can actually go on and check what's the course fees and what are the scholarship options available, what's the return on investment, what's the placement rate if you do a particular course from a college. So all of this information you have to start early on if you actually need to be very cautious and sure of where you are going to and what is going to be your budget you are actually willing to spend. Okay, so this is something again that you have to keep in mind. Moving ahead to the next important thing in choosing and applying to go abroad is check out the courses provided in a particular program. Okay, now if you are doing for example, if you are doing MBA, okay, or MIM, okay, so check out the courses. Like for example, if I am doing MBA in marketing, so I would be interested in taking up courses like enhancing creativity, or maybe studying about consumer behavior. Okay, so you would be interested, so all of these different colleges will have different set of courses. So it's not like India, or primarily if I'm from Mumbai University, people who are from Mumbai or from any other part of state universities that you are in, like Mumbai University or any other university. So what you usually do is that the textbooks are going to be state. If it's affiliated to Mumbai University, everything is going to be same. But here it is not like that. Like a particular program which is MS in Com Science in one university might have variety of courses, and the same program in other universities might offer you something else. So that is again because postgrad is something that you should do. Why? Because it's the time wherein you know what you have to do with your life. Undergrad, whatever you did, maybe for majority of the people you were not very sure about, okay, this is something that you have to do, but you did. But for postgrad, it's important that you also check up what courses a program is offering, so that you have a clear idea that, oh, okay, I'm going to study about these courses and this is something that excites me, or this is a corporate immersion project that I can actually take up if I apply to this program. So these things matter a lot. Moving ahead, do a research on the faculties of a particular program and college, because that gives you an insight again of the affiliation, and because you are going to spend a lot. So what are the faculties of the college, and if you like find that you want to take up a course which a particular faculty is taking, so more going ahead also, that would also help. And majority of the times on the websites there is a faculty profile, so you can also reach out to some faculties also if you are interested in knowing more about a particular subject and just building a rapport. So that is also one option that you can avail. Okay, coming out to the last and the most important point: apply early, because visa regulations for each country differs. So you need to know what are the visa regulations and requirements of the country that you are planning to go, and how are you going to plan your applications for visa. Now, planning your applications for college and planning your applications for visa are going to be two different things, and the visa process is also going to be very tedious. So it is very important to do all of these things ahead and check out what are the visa requirements of the particular country that you're planning to go. Okay, so these were the important factors that you have to consider when you are looking for study abroad, your application, and choosing a right program, and that is how you build up a very good application. Okay, so this is Aishwarya signing off. This was all from my side today. People who are interested, you know what you have to do. There is a link given below. You can fill up a form, or you can drop me an email on grekingforstudents@gmail.com. And lectures have begun Monday, Friday, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You can register on the course link below. Use coupon code GREking50. And for application specific, like people who are planning for their applications also with me, I take up consultations every Saturday. Again, the same link, go to the Turbo Gap program that includes your GRE preparation material as well as your application. So that's a compact package in which you would get access to your Monday, Friday lectures, as well as your help in your preparing your letter of recommendation, statement of purpose, shortlisting universities, and everything. So this is all from my end. Bye, and I'll see you in the next lecture. See ya.